most people believe that basketball is more accessible than it is, but I'm excited about the fact that there's so much passion for basketball because we do the right things. We can tap into that passion and make it as accessible as the potential of the game actually is.
We started layup just as a program. We didn't ever thought about what it could become today. There was two-week programs, one in Jane and Finch, one in Regent Park. Seeing what it could be happened almost immediately when our first year of programs were filled to the brim. I think it became very clear that a basketball program just meant for kids, not necessarily basketball players, but just kids that wanted to have fun and wanted to be a part of the sport.
There's thousands of kids in the city whose favorite sport is basketball who will never be on a basketball team unless something's done about it. Like the mythology around the sport, all you need is a ball and a rim to play, and that's just not true. There is that simplicity of the game that makes it so loved, but you need coaches, you need court time, you need to build your skill, and those kind of things don't just happen just because you have a ball and a rim and you can play outside.
There's barriers to sport, one of them being cost of initial enrollment to participate in a program, and then where is that located? There's cost of equipment. And then beyond that, you look at, did kids eat before the programming, right? Do they have coaches that are meeting them where they're at their level and ability?
Then we get kids on the court and we get girls in the gym, and there's not enough female coaches that have a positive impact on these girls' lives, and that's what keeps them in sport.
Clothing and equipment too for female participants, sports hijab, sports bras, access to those. People think it's just a normal thing that they would normally have. No. Kids in our program too in general would not have access to their first sports bra, for example. Or like, I can't play because I need a sports hijab.
Loading the drill while doing teach, play is the best way of teaching skills. How many times do y'all have instructions and you want to try it right away and people are like, no, wait, and then they give you 6 more instructions. So you have to break down the teach play method, how you bring drills to life, how you bring a curriculum to life, and the max should be 3 cues. You should never go out in a shooting drill and have 6 things to remember. The teach play method is exactly that. You teach something and you play.
So many coaches that don't end up in a high-performing space don't have access to coaching or reffing or other areas around the game because they didn't make it to that next level of whatever the competitive side is when there's an opportunity for them to be a coach.
As coaches, our job is to provide a safe, positive environment for kids to come and enjoy. We can't control what happens outside the program, but what we can control is the level of energy that we bring to the program each and every day for the kids.
A great way that we create a gym for all skill levels is create a sense of belonging. But the biggest thing is like we start our programming with games-based kinds of warm-ups just because it's like the best way to get kids warmed up, involved, wanting to play and contribute right away and feel like there's less pressure to get the ball in the hoop or be able to do this and dribble this, but it's still working on those skills.
It's funny, growing up, you always get this idea like dribbling a basketball is your only way to have success in this game. So if you have other passions like art or photography, or we work with other organizations to help fuel different passions inside the game, it's so dope to see these kids light up and be like, wait a second, I love to do this.
One of my first introductions to layup was watching On Court while the girls from Sky High were all coming together to find books, and they were so excited. Literally, you're pulling them away from the books to come and play ball. But to have those 2 pieces in one space, in one gym, that allows you to learn to be greater than just the sport.
I've always said this, basketball changes lives, and I know it changed my life, and I have close friends and siblings who basketball changed their lives as well, but you look at the system and the pathway to get to this point and to really reap the benefits and the amount of wraparound support that was needed to get there. I really think that basketball can change all lives, and with Layup and our targeted outreach for youth coaches and participants, the removing of barriers to participation in the programming, I really think is creating not only the opportunity to tap into these skills and potential, but also the support to actually follow through with what that potential might be for each individual person through basketball.
When I think of Layup starting 10 years ago, and then to think about getting the organization to the place that for 22 weeks during the school year, there are 34 programs happening per week, that we have 10 programs in the summer running for 4 weeks or 3 weeks at a time, is a huge accomplishment to me. And I see that growth, and that's one thing I'm really proud of.
Nothing to say.
I'm gonna say cut. All right, let's cut cameras. Cut it. That's what I'm thinking. It took me a while to get it, but I got it. You are fundamentally changing the way that people engage with sport and engage with themselves. And you can do that through basketball. Action.
I'm so sorry.